Welcome to Module 1. You do not need a PhD or the math behind modern AI to use it well, but you do need a working mental model. Enough to understand what the model is doing, why context changes the answer, where confident mistakes come from, and what turns a chatbot into an agent that can do real work. The AI systems you use are built around a large language model, or LLM. It learned patterns from enormous amounts of writing, code, and other data. When you send a prompt, it predicts a useful continuation one small piece at a time until it has produced a complete answer. That sounds almost too simple. But at enough scale, predicting what comes next requires the model to learn relationships, structures, and patterns that can look a lot like reasoning. A language model is not a database of perfect facts. It generates the answer that best fits the context it has. That is why the same model can explain an idea, summarize a document, write useful code, and still confidently invent a function, a citation, or a detail that does not exist. The output can sound polished because fluency is one of the model's strengths. Truth is a separate property that still needs evidence. Models process text as tokens, small chunks that may be whole words, parts of words, punctuation, numbers, or symbols. Your prompt uses tokens. Previous messages use tokens. Attached documents, tool results, and the answer all use tokens. Tokens matter because they affect speed, cost, and how much information can fit into one working session. You do not need to count them by hand. You only need to understand that every piece of context takes up space. The context window is the amount of information the model can actively consider at once. It may include your current request, earlier messages, documents, memory, and results from tools. More context can help, but irrelevant context can also make an answer worse. Good AI work is partly the discipline of choosing what matters now. And when a conversation becomes very long, older details may be summarized or fall out of active view. Keep 4 layers separate. The model is the reasoning engine. A chatbot is an interface for exchanging messages with it. An assistant adds capabilities such as files, web search, memory, or tools. An agent adds a loop. It can choose an action, observe the result, and continue toward a goal. These layers are why 2 products using similar models can feel completely different. The experience depends on what the application adds around the model. A raw language model is like a brain in a jar. It knows general patterns, but it does not know your private systems, and it cannot act on its own. Context gives it your world, your documents, data, job, and goals. Tools let it run code, read files, query systems, and call APIs. Memory carries useful facts across sessions. Brain alone is a clever chatbot. Brain plus context, tools, and memory becomes an agent that can participate in real work. A hallucination is plausible output that is not supported by reality. The model may invent a column, misstate a recent event, or produce code for a function that does not exist. Treat important answers as proposals. Ask for sources, inspect the underlying data, run the code, compare the result against a known example. Use a calculator for exact arithmetic, search for current information, and keep a human approval step around consequential actions. Language models are strong at explaining ideas at different levels, drafting code, translating between formats, summarizing, reorganizing, and acting as a tireless tutor. They are risky when they must invent missing facts, report very recent events without search, calculate precisely without a tool, or guess about private systems they cannot see. The skill is not blind trust or blanket distrust. It is recognizing which mode you are in and verifying accordingly. Try this with your AI. Ask it to explain a topic you know well. Then tell it your role and skill level, and ask again. Notice how better context changes the answer. Pick one factual claim and ask how you could verify it independently. Finally, choose a feature such as memory, web search, file upload, or a tool, and ask whether it belongs to the model or to the application around it. If you can explain those layers, the rest of the course will make much more sense. Keep the picture simple. The model predicts useful continuations. Context shapes what it can see. Tools let it act. Memory helps it persist. And verification keeps fluent output connected to reality. A useful mental model is more valuable than memorizing AI vocabulary. Next, we will turn your computer into a small AI workshop.